It's been a long road. It took me 3 years to get here. 3 years to upload my first video. It could have been much shorter if I'd been braver from the start. So, let me show you how I got here, and how you can skip the part that I lost my time for. Part 1. The beginning of the struggle. 2022. That's when I first thought about starting a YouTube channel. I'd never really understood YouTube before. I just used it for university math tutorials and, well, some random how-to stuff. But in late 2021, looking for some new treadmill entertainment, I discovered this incredible world where real people shared authentic thoughts and experiences. These creators were just people like me, so charismatic and so real. Perhaps that was the magic of YouTube that hit me suddenly after all these years of not knowing how it works. I was fascinated. Probably you don't remember your first time, but imagine you forgot everything you know about YouTube and then you suddenly discovered it again. Your world is turning upside down at this moment, and so is mine. And one day I was watching another video and suddenly thought, this could be me. I felt this genuine desire to share something meaningful, to connect through video as a communication form. But I was just a viewer. I had no idea how it works from another side. So I did what everyone does. I looked at what was popular and started copying. Part 2. The failed attempts. I tried to be a talking head speaking about cosmetics and skincare routines. I filmed morning productivity content, desk setup content, my favorite blah 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 content, and I even attempted outfit of the day videos, trying to fit into the girly aesthetic. Hours of filming, days of editing, and then I deleted everything, cause watching it back felt like watching someone else pretending to be me. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy watching girly vlogs and lifestyle content. I think this style requires as much effort and courage as any other. So this isn't about one style being better than another, it's just about finding what's authentically you. I might speak about outfits and makeup one day, cause, you know, I'm a romantic girl, I love outfits and I do makeup. But the difference now is that I now know what my authentic style is, so I won't mimic other creators' ways of presenting. If I ever do those videos again, I will just do them my way, probably with cinematic storytelling that I do now, or maybe with other elements that fit my authenticity at that exact point in my life. Not because other styles are wrong, but because this is what currently feels right for me. I have my own recipe now.
When I'm
Speaking of recipes, I'm going to tell you about 2 types of cringe while making these cinnamon rolls. I wish I'd learned the difference sooner. And autumn is just not autumning without cinnamon rolls. So, let's see what we have here. Apple, or better, apples. Lemon, sugar, baking powder, corn flour, dried plums, salt, cinnamon. Part 3. The 2 types of cringe. Here is something that no one tells you about creating content. There are 2 types of cringe. The first one is normal. You'll feel a little weird editing footage of your own face and voice. While editing, you might feel multiple waves of doubt, and you might find yourself asking, what if no one likes it? That's completely natural. But inside, you will still be proud of yourself, proud of what you made. You will care so much about what you want to bring with this video that it will be stronger than your fear and your doubts. You will feel this strong wish to share what you have to share. And this wish will lead you through the whole process of making a video. From writing the first words of your script to hitting the upload button. What I was feeling back in 2022, 2023 and 2024 was cringe. The kind of cringe that makes you feel almost disgusted while watching the footage, because you know you're performing. There is nothing bad in performance itself. Every YouTube video is a performance to some extent. But in this version, you're playing in someone else's movie. It feels like being outside of your own body and watching your body do something weird. I thought that I could get used to it soon. You know, this fake it until you make it thing, but nothing changed, and I felt like I was lying to myself. And worse, I was lying to an audience that didn't even exist yet. I spent 3 years in cringe mode, and that was enough. So this May, I made and uploaded my first real video. I know it's not the most professional video, and I know I have a lot to learn in terms of filmmaking, and a lot to work on. But it's the first video I had no urge to delete. I finished editing and I uploaded it, and for the very first time I knew that even if no one watches it this time, I will be proud of myself. And I will continue creating no matter what. 'Cause for the very first time, it finally felt like me again. Now I'm giving you advice, and you might ask, why should we listen to a beginner who has just 6 subscribers and just 1 other video uploaded? First of all, I love my 6 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I actually celebrated it with a real cake, with candles, like if it was 1,000. But second, I'm not exactly a beginner. My behind-the-scene journey began 3 years ago, and it literally took me years and dozens of almost ready-to-upload videos to understand that your main asset on today's YouTube is your authenticity. So, my cinnamon rolls are ready. So what I mean is, it's definitely not worth it to try being on YouTube someone who isn't you. It's just not worth it. Part 4. The Great Realization. One day you have to make your choice. Stop looking at other creators and comparing yourself or copying. You have to do something of your own. For years, I thought that if I just did what works for others, eventually I would arrive at the right destination. I stayed on a train that wasn't even mine. But sooner or later, you have to step off. You have to leave the current and choose your own path. My point of no return came when I realized three simple things. First, I didn't need to mimic someone else in order to succeed. What I needed was to investigate with purpose what I actually enjoyed making and in what form. It didn't have to be something trendy or something typical to make people watch me. It was okay to choose from my heart. Yes, YouTube is based on algorithms, but it's also very community based. If you make quality content, so people can find you and stay, the algorithm will work for you too. Second, there is no point in people watching me if it's not actually me, because it wasn't my goal to just make people watch me. Of course, we all want views and success. But the thing is, you still won't be happy if you can't express yourself in your content. You might be very disciplined and a good actor, then people will probably trust you and engage with your content, so you will probably make money from content creation. But sooner or later, it will just become another job you hate, where you stay only for money and hate every second you spend there. I didn't want it that way. I started all this YouTube thing because I wanted to express myself. I wanted to be loved for who I am. I wanted to present the work I'd be proud of. Even potential brand deals in the future, I want them to choose me for my vision, not because I'm a good copy of someone else. And finally, just because I love watching certain content doesn't mean I love making it. My own content doesn't have to match my viewing habits. It's okay that they're different. YouTube rewards your ability to bring people value or make them feel something while watching your content. Your audience will eventually find you, but only if there is actually an authentic you to find. So if you're thinking of creating content, ask yourself, what do I actually want to share? What form would I truly enjoy to make? Do I love speaking directly to camera with a fancy microphone? Do I like drawing in my cozy studio in silence and just sharing pieces of my creative process and maybe just doing a voiceover? Do I want to explain something about drawings? Maybe I like to be a teacher, so I could create lessons to teach other people how to draw. Yes, do it! Or maybe you think, oh, I hate creating alone. It would be cool to casually chat with my best friend on a couch. Maybe we should make a podcast out of it. Great, do it! Do you like pretending you're a real filmmaker and play with camera angles and composition and color, which is my case? Do it. Stop researching what's trending and start investigating what makes you feel this creative spark and excitement. I was performing, but now I am living in my own movie. It feels much, much better. Your way doesn't have to be as long as mine was. You can choose to be brave from the day one. Start with one authentic thing you actually want to share, film it your way, and the views will follow. It's been a long road to get here, but each failed attempt, each deleted draft led me to this understanding. The road ahead is much clearer when you walk it as yourself. Oh, sorry, I forgot you here. Come on with me. I promise you can do it. It's your road too.
As long as you are by my side, all along the way. As long as you are in my eye, I can see it through. As long as you are next to me, every step of the way. As long as you
Oh, and please subscribe if you like it.